Set in a hilltop location, this 4-bedroom villa has breathtaking views of the Cabrera Mountains and the surrounding valleys. But it's not just a case of location, location, location. Inside this property, there is space, space, space. From the roomy kitchen with a solid granite worktop and comfy dining area, to the vast open-plan living area with floor-to-ceiling windows. Upstairs in the master bedroom, the glass-fronted design is echoed, giving more incredible views. It also has an ensuite bathroom with a high-end finish. Outside, a lagoon-style pool with tropical planting and feature waterfall really make a splash.
Hi, O'Neill. How you doing, love?
Oh, hello.
The owners are expat entrepreneurs and partners, Tracy and Linda.
What we'll do, if we have a guided tour,
Okay.
and then I'll make notes as we go through, and if there's anything special in any particular room, underfloor heating, anything specific, just let me know, and obviously I'll make all those
Oh, yeah,
notes.
no problem. So this is our kitchen.
Right, OK.
Linda and Tracy are hoping to sell up and relocate to France.
Part of the reason we want to downsize, that we are both in different directions most of the time.
Relocating to France, obviously it leaves, like, you know, those sad thoughts that, you know, we're going to be leaving the home that we've created over the last, 12 years, and we're obviously going to miss all our friends, and you know, that's the hard part about it.
The balcony overlooks the 5.5 acres of land that comes with the villa, including a paddock and stables big enough for 3 horses.
These are your stables?
Yeah, there are stables, and our land is all fenced and all nice and safe if people do have horses.
It's all of these details that Steve needs to take into account for the best valuation. Luckily, he's come armed with the best tool in the business.
And the good thing is, that's the view. That's never going to change.
No.
No, not Sharon, just his clipboard.
And what's the total plot size?
2.2 hectares.
2.2 hectares.
All right.
Yeah. We've got wraparound terrace.
Did you get that, Steve?
Right. Tell me about the pool area, because obviously it looks
Well, there's a big waterfall.
special again.
There's a jacuzzi. It's a beachfront entrance.
Yeah.
And we've kind of designed it so it's like a lagoon type.
Now it's Steve's job to work out how much the villa should be marketed for.
Well, I always expected it to be a really special property. I think it's absolutely what I was hoping it would be. I think the good thing is I'm quite excited because it's so different, so unique.
The huge, unique villa may seem a large space for just Tracy and Linda, but they don't live here alone.
Well, we have a few little furry friends.
How many furry friends?
Well, we've got 11 upstairs.
13, 2 dogs.
Oh, we've got
11
yeah,
cats.
11 cats and 2
11
dogs.
cats and 2 dogs.
Yeah.
And those are just their own pets. Downstairs, there's a few more furry friends. In the business Tracy runs from the basement.
And this is the cattery.
Oh, my
life. Oh, good grief.
Yes, it's a cat hotel with 13 individually themed suites for the perfect cat holiday. The Love Shack, Jungle Room, and the Solar System Suite, to name but a few.
It's not your average cattery. Our cattery is the 4 seasons of cat hotels.
Yeah, it sure
They
is.
have TV, they have internet access, they have basically whatever they want. They have rooms down there that are bigger than most apartment bedrooms.
Who come up with that concept? That is
It
just
was
brilliant.
actually it was Tracy's idea.
Oh,
She came up with the concept. It was just a big empty space, and we were contemplating taking in lodgers, but then we thought, you know what, we love animals.
Yeah.
Having had a good nose around the villa and the boutique cattery, it's up to Steve to come up with what he thinks it's worth on the market. But will it be the price tag that Linda and Tracy were hoping for?
From a real estate point of view, I was a bit concerned and cautious about having a business in a
Did you
property
think it was going
of
to
this.
devalue?
But yeah, I think it's not just a large villa.
Yeah.
It's not just a business. It's a whole package, isn't it,
It
that
is,
we
yeah.
need to sort of try and put together for
Yeah.
them. So I think we will have to work on it.
It's not going to be an easy sale.
But I think that unusual sell...
We can turn that into a positive.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Turn it into a positive.
Yeah.
In Almeria, Sharon and Steve are valuing a unique hilltop mansion.
You've got wraparound terrace, ensuite bathroom with jacuzzi.
They've just discovered the built-in business that comes with the house. A 5-star cat hotel.
Oh, my life. Oh, good grief.
The owners, Linda and Tracy, are relocating to France and are hoping to sell their home for a price somewhere over the €1 million mark.
It's not your average cattery. Our cattery is the Four Seasons of cat hotels.
Yeah.
After having a good look around, Steve has done his sums, and now it's the moment of truth.
Now, I've made the calculations, and I'd love to tell you that it was worth far more, and it really is. However, I think the ceiling and the top end is going to be €985,000. Now, of course, that's open to a little bit of flexibility.
Steve's valued the property at €985,000, so not quite in the €1 million bracket.
I would obviously like to get a little bit more, but at the end of the day, I appreciate, the current climate. I think that, we've got to be realistic. We'd rather just, get rid of the property.
I guess because they've owned the property for so long and there's been such a fall in the market, we're going to also have to manage the expectations. I think it's just a realistic price, and I think we've got to live in a realistic world. And that is the value.
Linda and Tracy are going with Steve's valuation of €985,000, and they're hoping for a quick sale. So Sharon will have to pull out all the stops with a killer marketing strategy.
This needs to be marketed completely different to probably 99% of the properties that we have on our books anyway.
She's brought along some glossy magazines aimed at clients of a certain calibre.
I call it the Calibri. Stephen calls it the Calibra.
No, Sharon, that's calibre.
This one hits a lifestyle which I think probably would be more suitable for this sort of property. This goes into places like the House of Commons and...
Well, the demographics on that particular magazine are pretty high.
But are millionaire members of Parliament going to want a luxury villa with stables and a built-in cattery?
So we need to find a millionaire who wants to open a cat sanctuary, possibly a donkey rescue.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, I don't think we're going to find that in Mojaca. I think we're going to have to spread our nets wide to get that.
If they're going to catch the big fish they need in their net, they're going to have to splash some cash. The first dent in Sharon's marketing budget is some glossy aerial photography taken by son-in-law Matt, and she's been dying to get her hands on his equipment.
Can I have a go then?
No.
Come on.
Dream on.
Give me a go.
It's not happening.
It's got to be easy.
No.
It's only two buttons.
Just because I can do it don't mean it's easy.
Well, if you can do it and
It's
it's
not
only
two buttons, it's two knobs.
It's two knobs. Oh, don't even go down there.
For the Garners, selling a property is all about getting to know it before you can get the marketing right. And for Sharon, that means test driving one of the villa's best features.
Oh, that's lovely. What do you want me to be in the drone shot? I can pose.
You know.
Go on then.
You're the boss.
Managing to avoid the additional unique feature of his mother-in-law in the swimming pool, Matt gets some impressive aerial photographs of the villa.
Oh, my life. Well...
Now it's just down to Sharon to get serious about finding a buyer, so Linda and Tracy can begin their new life in France.
Well, now we can start battering the French estate agent with the final details of what we want over there.
Now the houses are actually being marketed. I think it's priced really fairly, so hopefully we'll be able to move on really quickly.
It'll be interesting to see what interest we get by the end of the week.
Yeah, I'll be all over it.
I know you will. Poor Sharon.
In Almeria, Sharon and Steve recently took on a prestigious property with a price tag nearing the €1 million mark.
These columns, are these your design feature or are these the structural...
No, it's our design feature.
Wow.
Although it's an impressive hilltop villa, the specialist business in the basement, a cat hotel, has got Steve worried about finding the right buyer.
To be perfectly honest, I don't think we're going to find that in Mojaca. I think we're going to have to spread our nets wide.
Even though they're 2 months in, the agents haven't had a single viewing.
So I've taken a full page in the Good Property Guide in the UK for the Cattery. That's the first one to come out. I've got 4 other magazines that are due to come out in the next editions.
I think it's no great surprise to us that there's been no viewings at the moment. And I think trying to sell not just a very expensive property, but also a business that runs alongside it.
It's a challenge.
That is very much a speciality, isn't it? That's very much a one-off.
And 4 months in, the situation hasn't improved. And the Garners are worried that owners Tracy and Linda might be getting a bit jittery over the lack of progress.
Because Linda and Tracy are putting a lot of trust in us, we want to keep them informed about what we're doing. We're a little apprehensive about seeing Linda mostly because she likes things done and she likes it done now. But she needs to understand that we're not talking about a normal sale. We're talking about €1 million.
Yeah.
To avert a catastrophe at the Cattery, Sharon and Steve head up to the villa.
I mean, the good thing is the property's getting a lot of hits on the website. So its click-through rate at the moment is really good on all the portals.
Yeah.
But that's not transpiring into
Actual people.
actual viewings, you
Bums
know.
on seats.
Bums on seats.
Worried that the lack of viewings might lose them their client and a big commission, Sharon wants to make sure they're still on board.
I bought quite a selection of magazines that I've managed to get you into. I managed to get you full pages about the property here. So
Yeah, that looks great. That looks really good.
Yeah.
As well as the usual print marketing, Sharon's got contacts at several international trade shows.
There's one in Shanghai, which is the end of this month. And we've also got the UK shows going on at the moment as well.
I'm also in touch with a large broker in London
Okay.
who has high-end clients.
We haven't sort of gone away and thought, oh, OK, it's just going to be a lovely, beautiful property to put on the books. We're spending a lot of money as well. You know, it costs us a lot of money to put in these magazines, you know. So
That's fair enough.
And we're doing our very best to try and get it moved on for you.
The right person will come along, and if we keep the property at the right price, I'm sure we'll find a buyer.
Yeah, the right price being the asking price.
Oh, you're getting tight, you are. I'm sure.
So despite the lack of solid interest in the villa and the Cat Hotel, Tracy and Linda have been reassured that their house is in good hands.
Definitely feel a lot better.
Yeah.
When you see it in, you know, like
See it in
colour.
print.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. So hopefully they'll be able to find a buyer with some money.
Yes.
And that can possibly take on the Cattery as well.
Yes.
So everybody's happy.
My honest opinion on whether we'll ever get a buyer for this property, absolutely, yes, we will get a buyer for this property, because if we can't find a buyer with what we do, then nobody else will.
No one can.
But with years of experience in the business, Sharon and Steve know that this sale will take some time.
Although she said there's no movement in price.
Well, at that sort of price, there has to be.
Yeah, there's got to be some realistic, you know, we've got to come down to earth a little bit here and realise there will be offers on that property.